Right, so I've done some bad things, and you know, I love everyone, and I don't want anyone to hate me. I don't want my actions to, basically ruin my life. You know, I've done some bad things. I mean, it's just the fact that I feel really bad about it, and do you know what I mean? It's just the fact that no, that doesn't sound sincere, but that just came out that way. But it's just the fact that it's just the fact that I've been very mentally unwell. I mean, I've been in hospital like 8 times, right? And I know people are gonna be like, "Are you playing sympathy card?" I'm living with a guy who's abusive, and I started doing the stuff that I've been doing for a few months now, and it's it's illegal stuff, and it's like it's not something that I'm proud of. But I mean, the fact of the matter is I'm living with this guy who's sadistic. He's sadistic. He's autistic. He's a prick. I mean, he abuses me mentally and emotionally. This is a guy who stabbed his girlfriend, right? This is a guy who stabbed his girlfriend. He's going to court for it, and apparently he might go into jail for like 5 years or 8 years or something for it. But at the minute, he's living with me, and he's been living with me for a few months now. I mean, I live, like I say, it's a supported accommodation, like there are staff there, and it's just the fact that, I mean, yeah, okay, right. It's just the fact that, I've done stuff that I'm not proud of, and, I think that, I know how I should be taken care of. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I'm finding it really, really hard to stop doing what I'm doing. It's really hard to stop doing it. Because it's this thing of like, I don't want to stop doing it. It's hard to do something when you don't want to stop doing it, When in your mind you're like, okay, I'm going to stop doing it. I need to stop doing it. But in the back of your mind, there's not a fucking chance you're going to fucking stop. I mean, I'm just I'm stuck in this fucking cycle of doing it, and I can't break out of it. And the fact of the matter is, things just are what they are. Like, things, it just is what it is, right? So it's this thing of like, when you do something, like, the fact that you have the ability to do things, right? Like, everything's possible. It's just like, there's this lyric by an Oasis song, sad song by Noel Gallagher, where he says, and we cheat and we lie. Nobody says it's wrong, so we don't ask why. And it's true. It's the fact that we do these things that we shouldn't do, but we do them because no one's really no one's telling us to not do them. And at the end of the day, if you can get away with things, it's one of these things where it's like, it's really hard to stop. But you got to understand, I'm really suffering from this, like on a mental level. Like, it's really mentally killing me. I'm so fucking sad internally. I mean, it's just the fact that it's one of these things where it's just like, I'm a really I'm a really I've been sad most of my life. I was always a weird kid, and it's just the fact that when you've been sad most of your life, that's all you know. So the idea of being sad doesn't freak you out, So it puts you in this spot where you basically feel like you can kind of just do anything, and if you get away with it, if you don't you know, if you get away with it, you you know, you can kind of you know, it just feels like, you know what I mean, it's like, you know, your experience of life is basically the same as everybody else's. I used to feel really bad about doing what I'm doing, but now it's just got to the point where it's just like I've just completely accepted it because I can't stop myself from doing it. You know, I'm just dirt. Like, there's a Marilyn Manson song called The Nobodies, and the lyric goes, "Today I'm dirty, and I want to be pretty. Tomorrow I know I'm just dirt." You know, it's this thing of like, you know, you want to stop doing it, but every time you try and stop doing it, I mean, you can't stop yourself from doing it, you know? You can't stop yourself from doing it, and you end up just feeling like shit about yourself. You just feel like dirt, you know, because you are dirt, and it's just the fact that, you know, it's one of these things. I mean, it's probably like similar to like, you know, I've been abused. I've been like, you know, the doctors abused me, like forcing me on medication that I don't want to be on for a long time, for years, and it's really made me suffer, you know, when you take all these medications that you don't want to take and you've been forced it. Like, I just hated my life when I was on this stuff, you know? I really hated my life. And, you know, I've been treated this way. You know, and you also understand there's a lot of arseholes in the world. There's a lot of pricks in the world. There's lots of people who are basically just horrible. And it's the fact that, you know, living with these arseholes, living with these horrible people, it's, you know, I've learned I've got to stick up for myself. I've got to bully the bully. I've got to hate the hater, you know? And it's this thing of like, yeah, I've been very hateful to people who have been very hateful to me. I'm not just going to sit there and take it, right? If someone's calling me a mong, or if someone's fucking, you know, calling me whatever the fuck, they're calling me a weirdo, whatever the fuck they want to fucking call me, right? It's like, I'm not just going to sit there and take it. Why would I just sit there and take it? I love myself too much to just sit there and take it. If you love yourself and someone is being horrible to you, you know, that's going to make you angry, you know? Because it's like, how dare this motherfucker fucking treat me like this, you know? And, you know, a lot of time people are just fucking hateful for no good reason, you know? Just an example today. Someone sent me a message. I responded, oh. And then they sent me another message. I responded, oh again. And then they just fucking go weirdo. So I'm just not going to sit there and fucking take it. You know, like, and then, you know, their fucking reasoning to why they called me a weirdo was because I kept saying, oh. I said, oh, like twice. So that justifies them calling me a fucking weirdo. Fuck that shit. You know? I'm not just going to sit there and take it. So I just said, you're the only weirdo here. And I didn't open that message from then on. Made them read the message. They responded. And, you know, it's going to piss them off when I'm not responding, right? I like to piss off people who are being hateful to me. I like to annoy people who are, you know, trying to hurt me. I like to hurt people who are trying to hurt me, you know? It's sticking up for yourself. If you love yourself, it's going to make you feel good when you hate the hater. I'm not ashamed of that. You know, it's not my fault. You got to understand, it's not my fault. Like, I do take responsibility for my actions, but at the same time, when, you know, like, there's a Marilyn Manson lyric in the song Beautiful People. When you live with apes, man, it's hard to be clean. I mean, the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of assholes in the world, and, you know, when you're getting all this hate from people for no good reason, it's very easy to, you know, it's very easy to be clean, so to speak. I mean, it's very easy. It's very hard to. Sorry, did I say it's very easy? It's very hard to be clean, is what I meant to say. I think that's what I don't know if I said. But anyway, yeah, it's hard to walk around like an angel when there's all these people being assholes to you. You know, and that leads to a lot of people. I know I'm not the only one, because I know a lot of people who do really fucked up shit, you know? Well, fucked up shit, I mean, really fucked up shit is kind of a different level. Really fucked up shit is like fucking, I don't know, like fucking killing someone or some shit, I don't know, or fucking torturing them or some shit. But then again, I do live with someone who did stab someone, so, you know, I stabbed his girlfriend. But yeah, it's the fact that, you know, that's what happens when there are so many horrible people in the world. It's going to just make you, it's going to turn you into a monster, and you kind of don't even become like, you're not even ashamed of the fact that you are a monster, just because of the fact that you don't even put the blame on yourself. Because it's like everyone else is being fucking nasty to you for no fucking good reason. They just be mean for no fucking reason. You know, they're just hating on you for no good fucking reason. I mean, the only reason it is really because they hate themselves. You know, people see me, they see how fearless I am, and it pisses people off. It pisses people off, and they hate me because they realize that I love myself, and it kind of like really you know, puts the mirror in front of their face, so to speak. I mean, it really, you know, it's like, you know, when they see me, they're like, holy shit, like, that guy is so fearless, he's so confident, he loves himself, you know, he's got, you know,